7B, welcome to the physics class. Well, we have already started talking about the electricity, chapter 7, electricity. We have already started the chapter. We talked about the electric current as a flow of charges. Then we talked about the source of electricity, isn't it? Then I also told you yesterday about the construction and working of a dry cell, right? And there also its advantage and so on. And also about the secondary cell battery. Today we talk about mains. Mains. What are mains here? We obtain electricity to operate domestic appliances from the mains, right? Electricity for domestic and industrial purposes is generated at electric power stations. So electric power station means like for example here we have got Faraka, there is electric power station. Then in Bihar, Jharkhand there is Kahalgaon thermal power plant. That is there they produce electricity. They produce electricity using coal, using fossil fuels. They produce electricity. That's called a thermal power plant, right? So that's a power station. Now from there, once electricity is produced, that is sent through the big, thick wires through the big pylons, and they send it to the cities. And from the city, it comes to the transformer. From the transformer, it comes to the houses or for domestic purpose, right? It is then transferred to houses through various transformers and overhead wires on poles. You have seen electric poles on the poles. Yes or no? Or through underground cables. Electricity reaches the mains from where it can be routed to various devices. Right? Now, say for example, in our house, in our flat here, each individual has taken connection from the transformer, and we have fixed a main down there. Each one has got a main, which I am not able to show right now. And from the main, we have got one on the top here. Just if you notice here, so this just on top, we have four MCBs are there, no? So the red one is the main. The red one is the main. It's a double door, the red one. That is the main. Then there are four different black colored MCBs are there. Miniature circuit breaker like that. Four. I don't know. So because the light you are not able to see. Okay, good enough. So from that main we get current, and then the current goes on circulating everywhere in the houses, right? Okay. Then we got generators or dynamos. We got generator or a dynamo. So first we talked about the mains. So then from the power stations, electricity is transformed through the wires, and then it goes to the cities, and then from there it goes to the transformers. It goes to the transformers. And from the transformer it goes to the houses. Okay, houses through the ports, houses. Now from the house, of course, in the house it comes 220 watt. To the houses it comes 220 volt. Now from the power station it is generated. It is 11 kV. 11 kV means 11,000 watt. 11,000 watt. From 11,000 watt, it is while traveling, it is upgraded to 32 kV. Then it goes on. Then the transformer, in the transformer where again it comes some 11 kV. Then it changes to 220 watt. It's not 11 kV. It is much less than the 11 kV here. Okay. Now we talk about the generators. Now what is this dynamos or generators? Okay. What is this generator or dynamos? So this you have to understand, generator and a dynamo. An electric generator or dynamo is a device that converts mechanical energy into electrical energy. In a generator, an electric conductor such as copper wire is rotated in a magnetic field to produce an electric current. This you will study later in your higher classes. But already something is being told to you in the book, therefore I have to explain this here. Now this is, let us say, is a horseshoe magnet. This is a horseshoe. Now horseshoe magnet means like this, no? Now this is a horseshoe magnet, okay? This is a horseshoe magnet, north pole, south pole. So this only these two particular parts I am just showing here. This is a north pole, this is a south pole. Now in between you have got a copper wire like this. Now, right? Now here the copper wire is kept all around. Copper wire. This is already given in your book there. It says you can just understand A, B, C, D. Then you study in the later class about the whole mechanism of this. I'll just roughly tell you about this. So then, so here you kept a converter here. Now this is current here. Now this is the galvanometer which shows the current. Okay. Now this will be connected to some some sort of, okay. Now let us see here what happens. Now this is a horseshoe magnet, and you keep a copper wire in a plate. There is a plate there, and the plate is like this. Alright, this will be like this kept there, and copper wire is wound around this. Copper wire is wound around this, and it is stretched here, and there are rings are there. There will be rings will be there. Carbon brush which will be connected to the carbon brush, and then it will be rotating like this. It will be rotating. It will be rotating like this. Now as it rotates, what happens? The mechanism is that the north pole, south pole will be jetting a ray here. Magnetic field will be jetting a ray, and this will be cutting that ray. As it cuts the copper wires, as the copper wire is cutting the magnetic field, there the current is produced, and that current will be sent into this, and then from here electricity is received, and it is thus produced. Now this is a simple mechanism which you study later in your life, in your class. Okay. So for the time being, that is sufficient for you to understand about the electric generator. Now the large scale generators are used in powerhouses to produce electricity. Like for example, in hydroelectric power stations, turbines are rotated. Turbines, see, in the hydroelectric power station, what happens? The water, the high level dam, the water is allowed to fall down. When the water is allowed to fall down, there you shall see like these wheels, the giant wheels are there. Giant wheels are there, like these giant wheels. Like these giant wheels are there. Water will fall, and the water falls from the high above, and this will start rotating. This will start rotating, and then now this is made to rotate. So here you keep an axle, and then because of this rotation, this will start rotating. As it starts rotating, current is produced. This is the turbine. Okay. So the generator is here, and then current is produced, and immediately you can take the current to the different setup. Alright, now this provides the mechanical energy which is converted to electrical energy with the help of the strong magnetic field. So magnetic field is necessary. Alright. Then a thermal power plant uses energy produced from fossil fuels. So from fossil fuels such as natural gas, coal and petroleum, from there also we can produce electricity. The same system is made as an arrangement. Then the third one is an atomic and nuclear power plant. In the atomic and nuclear power plant also electricity can be produced. Alright, there what happens when the nuclear reaction is taking place, tremendous amount of heat is produced. Using that heat, steam is made to create, and then with the help of the steam, the turbines are made to rotate, and thus electricity is produced. So finally, ultimately, this is the main idea by which electricity can be produced. The idea is how to make this axle rotate. To make this axle rotate, we have got the hydroelectricity, we have got thermal power station, we have got nuclear power reactor. You understand, my dear students? Now this is how electricity can be produced. Then we have got solar cells. Of course, solar cells means using sun's energy, right? The advancement of science has made it possible for us to store solar energy in the form of electrical energy. In the villages and so on, we have set up a lot of panels, solar panels. On top, you will see a small, long, like this type of panels are set up there outside, and then these panels will receive the sun's heat and then store energy. And at night, you can light the bulbs. Okay. So when sunlight falls on these solar cells, electricity is generated, right? So when the sun falls on these panels, electricity is generated. Solar cells are used to power electronic calculators, watches, street lights, and lighthouses. Then a solar panel is formed by a large number of solar cells connected together. The solar panels are used in artificial satellites and the space station. So one of the reasons why Chandrayaan failed was because the solar system failed. Therefore, it could not contain electric energy. Therefore, it collapsed before reaching the destination. You heard no recent situation about Chandrayaan. Then electricity from wind, that is called wind energy. The wind energy, about a big fans are set up in the field where there is a lot of wind blowing. So they harness this wind and make the fans to rotate, and finally you have got to rotate this turbines, and then electricity will be produced. So using the windmill we can produce electricity. The same system is applied there, right? So windmills will be like this. So look at this, like a fan here. Like, can you see this fan? We have got a chance to go and see this windmill. That was in Tirunelveli side. We could see like this, all the whole stretch of land, full of these windmills. All right. So that's how we can create this. Okay, my dear students. So here we stop. On the next class, I will talk to you about the simple electric circuits. Okay, we stop here. Thank you.